Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzin Pattaya, the show where we talk about things happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information and advice. And have I got a man for you with me today. Nick, my man, how the devil are you, sir? How are you?
Very well, Trevor.
Now,
good evening.
hey, same but different. Now, listen, I want to talk to Nick. So you don't know who Nick is, have a look in the link in the description below now. Basically, this man, as you can see, he put BKFC on the map here in Pattaya. And you've gone from what was, I suppose you could have said it was maybe like a stupid idea, a silly dream, it's never going to happen, to knowing you like I do, that doesn't end as a dream, does it? So you then thought, right, I'm going to have a go at this, and you've done it, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, it came out of nowhere. I refereed an event under BKFC rules in Phuket.
Yeah.
And I thought, I like this. And then I just started thinking, like, actually, because the clinch is legal, and obviously the clinch originated in Thailand, and obviously the boxing, I figured, like, Thai people would probably like this. And then I just started thinking about it. I spoke to my business partner now, who's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And we sat down one day and we thought, do you reckon we can do this?
Yeah. And
we contacted the guys in America and yeah, now here we are.
And here you are.
It's happening.
Well, I mean, you haven't just done it, have you? Because, like, in case you didn't see the first one, have a look and please have a watch. It really is a different level altogether. But what I like about what you've done is you've taken this idea, you've taken this dream, you've put it into reality. But then when you produced what you did produce, and it was a fantastic show, and I have to give you credit where it was due.
Thank you.
But you've gone to a whole new level now, haven't you? You've created this massive interest, this huge, like, not global yet, but you've created this massive awareness from big companies saying to you, how do I be a part of what you're doing? I mean, do you like wake up and go, is this for real?
Well, do you know what? Yeah, in a way I do, because it's the first time I've done anything of this scale in Thailand or in Asia. Yeah. I mean, I've done this sort of thing in the UK before, and I've created the hype and got the buzz and built things big from nothing.
Yeah.
But to do it here was a whole new set of challenges. And yeah, I mean, I wake up now and I'm like, what, dude, we're doing it. Like, it's happening. Like,
It's got it going.
It's crazy, yeah. So we're getting emails. I mean, we've just signed officially Singha. Right. I mean, Singha Corporation are backing us on everything we do. I mean, some of the plans we've got going forward with these guys is off the charts. I mean, just to have them alone is groundbreaking. We've done that. We haven't even run our second event yet, so that says something. But it's like you said. For me, the most important thing was I don't look at doing something and think, how can I save money? I look at something and think, how can I make this as grand, as impressive as I can, and I'll work the money thing out later. I know a lot of other people I've worked with in the years are looking at, say, oh, we can save money there, we can save money there. I ain't doing that. I'm like, let's make this massive, let's make it bigger, and I'll find the money, and it's paid off.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's funny, because when you say about you want to make it grand and big and you know, a massive presentation, we're sat in one of the plushest, nicest resort style 5-star resorts here in the Royal Cliff.
Yeah.
So when you came to the Royal Cliff, I mean, and forgive me for saying it, but I think many people out there watching this will agree, you kind of like get the impression that it's like Neanderthal thugs are getting in the ring and kicking the crap out of each other. But really, it's a very fine sport. It's a massive science. You know, understanding your opponent and how you're going to approach the stuff. You know, as a boxer and a UFC fighter, you know, you've got that understanding.
Yeah.
When you came to the Royal Cliff and said, I want to stick these guys in there and kick the crap out of each other, what did they think?
Well, that's a really great question. So they actually called me.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So
wow.
Look, my business partner is the unsung hero here. So I'm the face, I'm the front guy. I'm charging forward with this brand, but he is just incredible level of support. So he owns this place.
Does he?
Yeah, he owns this place and the venue that we use. And he actually called me up and said, I'm thinking about doing something. Should we do MMA, or would you be interested in coming together with me and bringing something to Thailand? And that's when I went away and I thought about BKFC, and I come back to him with a proposal. I'd done a full business plan and went, I think we should bring this. So he actually called me in.
Nice.
And the deal was this, that we're going to take this bare knuckle fighting, but we're actually going to show people the other side to it. Like you said, these guys are some of the best athletes in the world. This isn't thuggery. I know bare knuckle sounds thuggery, but then so did cage fighting back in the day.
Yeah,
this is a very serious sport. It's actually safe, a lot safer than people think, but more importantly, the athletes are world class. And we run the production world class. So we don't cut any corners, all safety aspects are in place, and we've got, as you say, one of the grandest venues in Thailand.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the production level is through the roof. We've got the best company in the country for the production. We just wanted to show people bare knuckle fighting in its element, which is what we've done.
So, like, one of the things that always sort of it makes me sort of think to myself about the guys getting in the ring that are doing what they're doing. You know, as a boxer, I'm happy to stand toe to toe knowing that this is the element of what's coming my way and I'm going to do the best I can back.
Yeah.
But in BKFC, it's clinching, and you can still attack your opponent while you're in a clinch, whereas in boxing you can't. I mean, how does that kind of work? I mean, what kind of plans do you have to put in place mentally to prepare for that kind of level of fighting?
See, that is a good question, and this is what we love about the sport, because you'd expect it in boxing, you know, bare knuckle or gloved, you'd expect boxers to always win and do the best. But because we incorporate the Thai clinch, that takes away the head movement of a professional boxer, and it takes away their footwork.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we got Muay Thai guys that can hang with the best boxers. All they've got to do is grab them and start striking inside the clinch. So it makes the boxers think completely different, and it's stylistically, we get some really exciting fights. But the other thing as well with bare knuckle, one tap and you're gone. You're going to sleep.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, you know, 16-ounce gloves, happy days. I can take a few on the nose.
Right.
Bare knuckle, you're thinking, shit.
Yeah, you can't take.
This is not working out too good.
And we see guys that literally get tagged, get dropped, but they get back up and then they win the fight.
Yeah.
Because they recover quicker than their opponent. But the beauty of it is that all these guys that are used to fighting in these gloves, they now have to start thinking about their defensive game. Yeah. But not in terms of blocking shots, but in terms of evading and moving.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, we encourage people to get in the middle and fight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fast-paced sport, so it just creates drama and excitement. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, the last one where we do it was great. Some really good fights.
Yeah.
Really, really good fights. In terms of the fighters, I mean, obviously now you've taken things to another level. So you started off with this idea. The idea became a reality. The reality then went off, and you did a fantastic job last time.
Thank you, mate.
But now you've got some serious attention out there, not just in terms of sponsorship, in terms of coverage. I know you've got a massive company that are going to come down here and cover this event for you, which is a credit to what you've achieved.
Thank you, mate.
But now, your problem is now you've got to go out there to the better fighters, to the more established, well-known guys, and say, guys, come and dip your toe in the ocean. I mean, how hard is that to convince them?
You know, this is the beauty of this, right? So the first event, we weren't struggling. We had fighters, but we didn't have the level of fighters that we wanted, because they're all going, oh, I don't know about this bare knuckle thing. They watched the first event. They heard about how we treat the fighters. Dude, I'm not looking for no one now. They're all coming all over the world. They're contacting me every single day. I'm getting messages, and you would be amazed at the level of athlete that's coming at me now, asking to fight on my show here in Thailand. And I mean, these guys everybody knows these people. So some really big names coming to me. This next event, we've got some great matchups, some bigger names, but we don't want to throw all the big guys in too fast. We want to keep people excited and keep stepping it up every time.
In terms of the fights you've got coming, I mean, talk to me about some of the fights you've got. I mean, what are the pairings, the matchings? I mean, I've seen a bit of social media going on. There seems to be some interesting conversations, shall we say. I mean, as the main man here, as the guy that's organised the whole lot, you must be looking at this and thinking, oh yeah, these two boys, they're looking at each other. Have you got any particular fights you think, I can't wait for this one?
Dude, every single one of them. Like, I got the best job in the world. I love fighting.
Yeah.
Okay? I was born to fight. It's all I've ever really felt comfortable doing. Strange but true. And I'm now too old. So what am I doing? I'm matching fights. So I'm literally looking at two people and going, that's a fight I want to see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I mean, look, Fanny and Suris Manfredi, the co-main event for me is just off the charts. You've got a world champion left way, which headbutts illegal and it's bare knuckle. Okay, it's basically Muay Thai with headbutts and bare knuckle. That's Suris Manfredi is a world champion in that. Right. Then you've got Fanny Palampuni, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's Greek. She is incredible. She's a 6 times world Muay Thai champion.
Wow.
Then we've got the main event, which is a guy that's had 36 Muay Thai fights, only 6 losses, Russian, tall guy against Surimon Khan, who happens to be probably the most highly decorated Western-style boxer that's ever come out of Thailand. He's a 5 times world champion in 3 different weight categories. I know, it gets better. I mean, we've got heavyweights slugging it out with bare knuckle. We got more female fights. Every single fight is amazing. We've got a huge TV company coming to produce a documentary-style episode on our event. I can't say who it is, but everybody knows these people. This is millions and millions and millions of eyeballs. But they're following these 2 guys we've got fighting on the card from the street fight level. So these 2 guys come from these 2 separate organisations in Bangkok, where they're rivals in the street. And they had this fight about 4 years ago, and it was a YouTube sensation. And everyone's been screaming for a rematch. So they contacted me, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's make this happen.
Let's put it on.
That's all happening too, and there's a lot of rivalry going on there. And of course, we've got the TJ Chang Fabiano rematch, which everybody's been waiting for. It's been cancelled, and there's been arguments, and these two,
Are you all right on the chair? Is the chair okay?
Yeah. Well, we'll make sure they're nailed to the floor. But these two genuinely do not like each other. I would go as far as to say Fabiano hates TJ.
It's funny, don't it? Because like people that watch fights, there is that natural hatred about where like you don't want to embrace your opponent because you're going to go in and do battle with them. But the one thing I've always found myself, and I've seen you in your fights, is when you come out that ring, having done what you've done, win or lose, you've got respect for each other. These guys just have got no respect. They seem to have just lost that entire fighting attitude where they're like, do you know what, I don't care win or lose, I just really don't like you.
Yeah, I think that's what's so great about this matchup. Literally, I've got to that point.
So in terms of, let's talk about the actual event now, because obviously, you know, we're talking now, hopefully this time next week, you'll be sitting here thinking, what a great venue, some great fights. It was a complete success, which I'm sure it will be. You've put so much into this. I really do think it will. I mean, in terms of like getting it to the stage now, I know, guys, if you're watching, you want to get tickets, get in touch. You know, I'll put a link in the description below there where you can get your tickets. I know that you've got an incredible sales of tickets already. Are there still some places available? Yeah,
we always allocate a certain amount for people that want to turn up on the door.
Some
people don't want to buy online, so we've completely sold out the tables and the theatre seating. We've probably got about 200 allocation for people that just turn up on the day. So it's the Royal Cliff Hotel in Pattaya. Just rock up and buy the tickets on the day. 500 baht, and you're in.
At what time?
6 p.m, Saturday the 7th of May. So next weekend.
So next Saturday. So Saturday, guys, this Saturday coming up, come down here. I mean, in terms of setting these events up, it's very easy for us. You know, we chip up, there's your fire in the bar, mate, there's your table, buy your beers from the bar, crack on, enjoy the evening. I mean, it's not as easy as that, is it? I mean, you put like months and months into this. I mean, what's been the biggest challenge?
Oh, the biggest challenge. Okay, obviously finding sponsors is always the biggest challenge. We've got them now. We're really opening up doors there. But the first event, it was tough. It was the first time we'd ever run it, so it was all new staff, all new locations. Everything was new. I had to write up all the documentation and everything, the schedules, everything. And I thought, well, at least it can't get any harder than that. How wrong was I? This event has had curveballs thrown at me left, right and centre. It's like you can't even script the obstacles I've had to overcome. But that's business. And nothing in life's worth having without taking risks and effort. So for now, I'd say the biggest problem has been the permits with COVID. That's been a real issue. But the fact that we're allowed a mass gathering here in Thailand at the minute, we're the only event in the country that's actually got that permit right now. So that we should be grateful for to the government. We've got some serious restrictions imposed, but nothing we can't manage now.
Happy days. So you sat here. This time, what was it now? 3 months ago when the first one was it? Was it 3 months?
It was December, So it was about 3 months.
About 3 months ago. So 3 months ago, you were visualising this. So what are you going to be visualising in 3 months' time from this?
Oh, I'm already visualising the next. I've got plans for the next 5 years. I mean, it's astronomical growth. I mean, we've got some huge things happening. Bangkok's next. So we're probably going to run in Bangkok next. We're going to be doing a huge event in Cambodia, and I can't even begin to explain just how epic this is going to be. We're looking at the Angkor Wat as a backdrop.
Wow, as a backdrop?
Yeah, man. We've even been in touch with the federations over there, and they've actually said verbally that we could get a permit, and we're looking into that now. So that's big. We've obviously got London this year in July as well, BKFC London, and probably I'm going to be diving over to Australia as well, running an event there. So big things happening. But in terms of the fight cards, what's the space? Because I've got some of the biggest names in Muay Thai, some of the biggest names in Western boxing, some of the huge names in MMA coming over.
One thing I want to ask you, Nick, is we're mentioning here about a very high caliber, a high quality fighter. But not everybody reaches those levels. Not everybody can achieve those levels. In terms of people that might be watching, I mean, you know, some of you guys, I know you like me, you pass your sell by date, so you don't want to do any of that. But you know, he says at him, he's such a liar. But yeah, I won't call it what you call it. But you do have a management scheme in place, don't you, every morning?
Well, yeah, murder management, yeah.
Anyway, so that keeps him calm during the day. But no, the point, but what I want to say, like, if someone's watching this now and they think, you know, I'd really love to try and get involved and try and, you know, try and see how I can progress, what I can do. I mean, what would be your words of advice to somebody thinking about joining in and starting their career in, be it MMA or boxing or, you know, bare knuckle? What would be your advice?
Okay, that's a really good question, and the reason I say that is because I get people asking me all the time. They want to fight. I've got people all around the world that just contact me. First of all, you've got to have a reasonable professional background in some striking art. I can't take on amateurs, and I can't take on people that have not been in a serious level of combat sports. So professional background. Certainly with obviously BKFC, a great background is boxing. Muay Thai obviously is really good as well. They're the two main areas. So build up some experience, and I would definitely say I wouldn't come into bare knuckle unless you've been hit with at least a 4-ounce glove. Like a 16-ounce glove is a very different feeling.
It's a pillow.
Right, it's like pillow fighting. And I don't mean to disrespect anyone because it's a great sport, boxing.
He doesn't use pillows, I do.
We don't use pillows. No, I only ever fought in 4 ounces. I never even put a 10 or a 16 on. But but I have sparred with them, and I know the difference between a 16, a 10, an 8, a 6, and a 4. And obviously, I come from a street background, so I've been smashing a face with bare fists all my life. But unless you've experienced that, don't even come here. It's not a game.
Yeah, absolutely. One question I want to ask you then, so I'm going to put you on the spot. He's got no idea what I'm going to ask you now, but here you go.
Always do this.
I know I do, it's good fun. I like doing this.
Go on.
I'm in my safety zone here. So you can pick any 2 fighters in the world to come and perform as your headline on your next event. Any 2 fighters, could be from any discipline, could be a boxer, could be anybody you want, a UFC fight, could be a boxer versus UFC, it could be any 2 fighters in the world. Who would you pick? Which 2 guys would you say, do you know what, I want these 2 to get in there, have it out, and who do you reckon would win?
Okay, well, certainly Sanchai.
Okay.
Sanchai, the number 1, in my opinion, the world's greatest Muay Thai fighter that's ever lived, even above Borkal. Borkal's great, but I think Sanchai is the man.
Wow, that's a shout. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and who would he fight?
I honestly, right, and this is no word of a lie, I'd put him against Yodson Klai. I know there's a weight difference, but we could maybe bring Yodson Klai down and push Sanchai up. I think that's got to happen. Oh, I changed my mind. Borkal. Borkal, Sanchai. Bare knuckle rules. Bang.
Who would your money be on?
Oh, Sanchai, I think. Yeah.
He's an animal, and
he's a beast, but I think Sanchai is way too evasive. He's too skillful. He's too slick. He's got cat-like reaction. So Sanchai, Borkal, yeah, that's my pick. Even above all the Americans in it, I think Sanchai, Borkal.
Nice. Yeah. Good shout, my man. Good shout. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, my friend. It really has. Mate. I absolutely have got the utmost admiration and respect for what you've done. You've created what could be considered to be like, just a couple of cavemen having it out in the backyard, to now being a global, it's a global thing that you happen. You've got places going all over the place, mate. Respect for that, buddy.
Thank you so much, Phil. I appreciate it.
For that,
Thank you.
I really have. Come and have a chat with Nick. He's a genuinely nice guy. Who's obviously not on the night. He won't have any time to talk to you because he runs around like a lunatic. But aside from that, come and have a chat with Nick. He's a really nice guy. Yeah. He'll more than happily talk to you about any kind of things that you might be talking about in terms of what you're doing here. Yeah. Guys, if you're interested in even sponsoring, if you've got a company back home or you want some exposure, get in touch with this man. Can I put your email in the description?
Yeah, please do.
Yep, so I'll stick Nick's email in the description, so have a look down there. And like I said, there is still time to get tickets. Get in touch, get your ticket. And if you don't want to book online, you could just chip up here. We're at the Royal Cliff. I will put a pin drop in the description, and also have a look on the map right now. This is where we are. It's a fantastic place. I would even suggest can they come in for the daytime during the day first?
Yeah, they can, and if they want to stay here, we can get them discount through BKFC.
There you go. Well. Come and have a bit of this place. I'll tell you what, it's something decent. Yeah. All right, so that's it, mate. Thank you very much indeed, my man.
One quick point, if you may.
Please go ahead.
So anyone who wants to come, we get a lot of criticism. People that never experienced the sport, they've got a lot to say. Okay, I understand and I accept criticism if you've been and seen an event. If you come and watch my event and you still don't like it, I will give you a full refund and I will write you a personal letter of apology for wasting your time. So before you start criticising, come and check out the level of athletes we got, check out the production, check out the environment, and then give me your criticism or feedback.
There you go, guys. Can't ask for any more fairer than that, can you? All right, brilliant. Well, thank you so much, my man. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Guys, that's it for me today here on Buzzing Pattaya. I hope you've enjoyed this chat. Please, if you are into any form of martial arts or sports or boxing, whatever like that, share the video. Let's get this to as much exposure as we can, because it really is a fantastic sport. It's an up-and-coming sport. It's got more and more attractions. People coming here, like Nick was saying, some really big names now that want to get in there and have a go and showcase their skill sets. So please, let's do this man a favour and let's get out there as much as we can. All right, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as always, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon. Check out Discord. I can't get him on Discord. He's too busy doing his murder management and running around like a lunatic. But anyway, we'll try. But have a look on Discord. There's over 14,000 people on there now chatting away. So come and have a look on that. And guys, I will see you on the other side. And hopefully, if you're going to come on Saturday, I will be here. So come and say hello and enjoy what this man's put on for us. So I'll tell you what, it's going to be special. That's it from us, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.